Hello, I'm Ken Pullar, Chief Executive Officer with the Chartered Institute of Payroll Professionals here in the United Kingdom. The CIPP is the only chartered body for payroll professionals in the United Kingdom, and it has the mission of leading payroll and pension professionals through education, membership and recognition. People often ask what a Royal Charter is. Well, a Royal Charter is a formal grant issued by the monarch, in this case Queen Elizabeth II, to establish significant organisations such as learned societies, and the CIPP was recognised as such in 2011, and that was a tremendous honour. However, we support our members and payroll professionals through education, training and knowledge initiated from our policy team through training courses, qualifications and an advisory service helpline on UK payroll. We also represent the payroll profession at more government consultation forums than any other association, and hence we can provide our members with the most up-to-date and relevant information relating to payroll legislation here in the United Kingdom. In addition, our members have a voice at such government consultations and can help influence and shape change within the payroll profession. We often talk about the CIPP family and how we want to bring everyone in the fold to provide them with the best opportunity to keep up to date with legislative changes and to access the best quality training and qualifications. And that's the role of the CIPP in the United Kingdom. That's a very good question. I often like to think that the key word here is comprehensively. So anyone working on UK payroll, be it in the United Kingdom or around the world, has the ability to tap into our educational qualifications roadmap at a level in their career that is most appropriate. So our education portfolio commences at the educational starter level 1-2, which is the basic and introductory level with none or little experience in payroll. Next comes our most popular training solution. This is a level 3 qualification, the Payroll Training Certificate. This can be delivered purely online, face-to-face, or a blended version of the two, and is key for those starting out in their payroll career and who wish to gain a formal qualification. This certificate provides an ideal opportunity to develop and demonstrate knowledge, understanding and application of the job roles within the payroll industry. We then move into a level 4-5 qualification, which is a 3-year foundation degree in payroll management, and this is very popular with team leaders and managers in payroll who wish to cement their role or use this as a stepping stone to further enhance their career in payroll. And for many this leads to the ultimate level 7 qualification, which is an MSc in strategic leadership. So we have a detailed roadmap for the payroll professional from the start of their career to whichever level they aspire to within the payroll industry. Well, I had to think about that one. That's a difficult question as to any payroll professional must have qualification, because it's the one they aspire to in their career journey. So, with one eye on the future where automation will streamline processes and take away some of the simpler and more mundane roles of a payroll professional, and where robotics will play a part in answering queries, it will still be of the utmost importance that all staff in payroll have the ability, for example, to understand technically tax codes and manual calculations in payroll. And for that reason, I would argue that the key must-have certification is the Level 3 Payroll Technician Certificate, which will equip the payroll professional in calculating gross pay, deductions, the payslip, tax codes, percentages, rates, calculation of tax and national insurance contributions. I could go on, but just to touch on a few of the basics covered in this certificate. Well, that's an interesting statement. I'm never sure I've heard the words compliance and interesting in the same sentence. But a couple of years ago in the UK, legislation was introduced requiring employers with 250 or more employees to publicly publish their figures comparing men and women's average pay across their organisations. Now, what was surprising is it would appear that more or less 100% of businesses who were supposed to provide this gender pay information actually complied by the due date. Last year's 100% compliance rate was 10,562 by July, and this year already, at the end of April, 10,638 have filed, and anything requiring compliance to 100% or more in this country is indeed very rare. So quite an interesting fact in respect of compliance. Yes, this is getting to be quite an interesting question, and I know that a number of organisations have done research over the years, including myself. And I noticed on one survey last year that the UK was ranked at 23rd in the world for payroll complexity. And that made me smile, because we know that here in the UK we have almost 350 items of legislation that affect payroll. And it makes you wonder how many France must have, because they are indeed the most complex country for payroll. In addition, researchers identified Europe as the most complex payroll region in the world, with 7 European countries in the top 10 of most complex. Of course, many things affect payroll complexity, such as the makeup of the employed population, and where there is perhaps more blue-collar, seasonal workers or students, where each sector has more complex elements to them. Payroll complexity can also be impacted by the volume and complexity of employee data required at company level and government level, and the latter may include detailed reporting to government, locally and centrally, on new hires, leavers, and information on social security requirements. There is no doubt that Western Europe has the highest number of technical, legal and payroll updates per year, making managing payroll a very complex case, as well as having large payroll populations. By comparison, Asia regularly polls as the least complex, has fewer pay runs in other markets, and reports on average of just 5 types of payroll reports a year, as well as fewer benefits to consider.